going on? This is Justin Lang, aka Justincredible, J Lang, Mr. Lang, whatever you want to call me. I'm making this video today because I am tired of seeing broken relationships, broken homes, and broken families. I'm tired of seeing people on their deathbeds or people going to funerals with still, unresolved drama and still holding on to grudges. I'm tired of volunteers at organizations arguing for hours and hours and hours with no real results, no real solutions. I'm tired of people quitting jobs and career opportunities because, there's just someone at their job that just makes it a hostile work environment for them. I'm tired of seeing best friends going on court TV or going on Judge Judy, suing each other, and they're not talking to each other for something so petty. I know you're probably asking yourself, why the heck should I listen to this dude? I'm glad you asked. I know a little something about being petty. I've been manipulated in relationships before and taken advantage of before. I have manipulated other people and taken advantage of other people in relationships before. I've had dirty roommates that made me want to fight them. I've gotten into arguments and debates about the AC temperature levels and the utility bills. I wanted to quit jobs before because supervisors were making me mad and getting on my last nerve. I've avoided addressing personal issues deep down inside, external problems in my daily life. I've ran away for years as a teen, in college, and even as a young adult. I've been in situations where I felt like I was stuck and I couldn't stand up for myself. I can relate to you in one way or another. I know a little something about conflict. What I want to share with you is advice from my own personal life, my own mistakes, and also wisdom that I've gathered from some of my mentors, some of them that have been married for decades, some of them that have been promoted in their career field to the top 5 executives around the world. This stuff actually works. I want to share this with you because I know for a fact that it's going to help you resolve conflicts in a healthy, respectful manner. If you know someone who would benefit from watching this video, please can you tag them up under there? Please can you text them the link, email them the link, do whatever the heck you got to do. Just make sure that they watch this video. I thank you, I love you, and I appreciate you. Number 1, you will always need people in life. You're always gonna have to deal with people. You're always gonna interact with people in some form or another in this lifetime that you have. If you're watching this video, someone made this video. Someone edited this video. If you're on a cell phone, someone actually created the idea in order for you to actually talk on the cell phone. I know people are like, oh, well, I'm just gonna go somewhere in some far country and I'm gonna make some fire and I don't need no people. How did you learn about fire? Somebody probably taught you about how to put fire together and you need oxygen and you need this. You learned that from somebody. Somebody taught you that. You didn't give birth to yourself. If you're here, if you're breathing, if you're listening to this right now, some person in some point of your life actually helped you to get here to where you are right now. So you're always gonna be dealing with people. Get over it. Understand the fact that you're gonna always be interacting with people. Number 2, I don't know if you knew this or not, I'm gonna educate you. You are not perfect. I have to remind myself of this every single day. I can't expect someone to think the same way I think, speak the same way I speak, do the same things that I do, have the same manners that I have. I can't expect someone to come from the same background as me. So if someone doesn't think the same way as me, speak the same way as me, I can't get frustrated. People are not perfect, and trust me, you're not perfect either. You'll never be perfect, I'll never be perfect, none of us will ever be perfect. So if we know that none of us are perfect, and we're gonna be dealing with other people who are not perfect, when we interact with them, we should just be prepared to have some type of clashes, to have differences, to have, mistakes, to have conflicts. Don't avoid it, embrace it. This leads to my next point. Number 3, you must confront all conflict. It's a part of life. Just embrace it. Ignoring and avoiding problems is not going to make problems go away. Side note, I had a roommate who didn't do his dishes. He avoided washing dishes for over a month. And when we turned around one of his pans, we found 30 to 40 maggots in there. Avoiding problems. Sometimes if you avoid problems, it makes things even worse. By the way, that was one of the roommates that I wanted to fight. In high school, in college, even some years of my adult life, I started to run away from conflicts, from issues, from problems that I've had. And even till today, I have to constantly remind myself that I have to confront conflict and issues when they come along, as soon as they come along. You cannot resolve what you do not confront. You cannot solve a problem if you ignore the problem. You gotta confront the issue, but you have to confront it with effective communication. Number 4, effective communication. Now I will break this down. You will know what effective communication is when I'm done. I'm not talking about aggressive communication styles. And when I say aggressive, I'm talking demanding, being bossy, getting into fights, being loud, arrogant, prideful, closed-minded, just hard-headed, and you always gotta be right, and you're hurting people's feelings and you don't care. You're very impulsive and bullying other people. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about being passive aggressive, where you're kind of semi-confrontational. You stick up for yourself in private areas, but in public you're offended. But passive aggressive people, they like to roll their eyes, spread rumors, and talk about somebody behind their backs, or on social media say some crazy stuff, or give backhanded compliments. I'm not talking about ignoring people on purpose, or just remaining silent, giving people the silent treatment. I'm talking about you actually sticking up for your rights, respecting yourself, respecting the other person, making sure that you're expressing what's really bothering you, making sure that you're comfortable in who you are, that you're very decisive, you're calculated with your words, you're open-minded, you have a healthy self-esteem, and you want to have a healthy relationship. You want to communicate with the end goal of both people being at peace without any type of drama. You're paying careful attention to your body language, to your tone of voice, to your attitude, to your volume. You're not getting loud in places that you're not supposed to get loud with. You're very careful with your word choice. Effective communication is never assuming. You never assume what someone else said. Assumption is the worst form of communication. That's what I learned from my mentor. You're actually listening and you're waiting for the other person to finish. You're never cutting the person off. This is effective communication. You're waiting for the other person to make their point. You're reflecting what they say. You're repeating what they say to let them know, hey, I'm actually listening to you. I'm paying attention. I'm not just waiting to make my point and to prove you wrong. Effective communication is asking questions to make sure that you understand what that person is saying, how they're feeling. It's giving an example. When you're speaking, you're staying on topic. You're making sure that you're getting all of your points, getting all your thoughts, all of your ideas clearly stated to the other party. You're not just talking about stuff just in your emotions, is whatever I feel like. Something, another thing, but I don't feel like this. No. Effective communication, you're smiling with someone, you're making eye contact, you're sitting up straight, you're not fidgeting, you're not multitasking on your phone halfway. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Effective communication is knowing when to talk to somebody. If you know that you're angry right now, you're depressed, you're feeling anxious, you're nervous, you want to fight right now, you may have to reschedule the time that you're going to talk. Effective communication, you're not name calling, you're not bringing up someone's past, you're not being brutally honest for the sake of being brutally honest and hurting someone's feelings on purpose, just because, oh yeah, I'm just telling the truth. That's what it is. You can't take the truth. Effective communication is considering someone else. Effective communication is where you're trying to resolve something in a mature way. Number 5, you may not like this, but you're gonna have to apologize sometimes to resolve a conflict. That means you're gonna have to drop your pride, drop your ego, drop your reputation. Sometimes even if you're 100% right, you're gonna have to apologize just for the sake of peace. It takes someone who is mentally and emotionally mature in order to apologize, especially when they're wrong. When you apologize, make sure that you do so as soon as possible in the most appropriate times as possible. Make sure that you're looking the person in the eye. You're not multitasking. You're giving them your undivided attention. You're not making any type of excuses. You're paying attention to your voice, to your volume, to your attitude. You are sincere. You're humbling yourself. You're acknowledging what you did wrong, your mistake, your exact error, and whether it's thought, word, or deed. And you're just acknowledging that behavior, that thought, that statement was unacceptable. You're not trying to defend yourself in any type of way. You're not trying to make any type of excuses or reasoning why you did or why you said what you said. Ask if there's anything that you can do to make up or smooth things over. Give someone a gift if you want to. Tell them that you acknowledge and understand their feelings. The best way that you can apologize to someone that you have offended, best apology is to not do it again. You must apologize to resolve conflict. Number 6, you need to forgive other people. Just like you can ask for forgiveness and ask for someone to forgive you, you need to forgive other people. You need to forgive other people because they could just be making honest mistakes. They're not perfect. We said this before. Remember, you're not perfect. They're not perfect. You're probably gonna have some type of conflict or some type of clash. It's not about trust issues too. A lot of people get forgiveness mixed up with trust. Forgiveness just says, hey, I don't want to physically harm this person. I don't want anything malicious. I don't have any hatred, or I'm not gonna hold any type of grudge in my heart for this other person. When it comes to trust, trust is just something that's earned throughout time. It's observed through consistent behavior, consistent integrity over a long period of time. That has nothing to do with forgiving someone. You can forgive someone who stole your money, and you can still press charges on them, still take them to court. If they stole $1,000 from you, best believe if somebody stole $1,000 from me, we going to court. I forgive you, I love you, I don't want to fight you. But the law is the law, and it is what it is. There are consequences in this world. It has nothing to do with you trusting someone. You forgiving them is for you. It's for you to get any hate, any grudge, any anger out of your heart, and for you to let it go so it doesn't affect you and weigh you down. And when you forgive someone, I'm trying to tell you, man, it is so mentally and emotionally freeing. Oh my gosh, you feel like a weight is off of you, because it's so time consuming and it's so emotionally and mentally exhausting to hold a grudge. Every single time you see someone, you're like, argh. You could be just, happy and it's your birthday and you see them, it's like, argh. When you let it go, man, I'm telling you, you're so much freer, you're so much lighter, and you're just so much healthier, mentally and emotionally and physically. You must forgive in order to resolve conflict. Last but not least, number 7, you need to focus on the greater good. In order to resolve conflict, you need to be committed to solving a problem and not bringing up personal issues that are irrelevant. You need to respect the other person's right to not agree with everything you think, every idea that you come up with. You need to treat other people the way that you want to be treated. The golden rule. Speak to people the way you want to be spoken to. In order to resolve conflict, both parties need to be willing to at least sacrifice something, at least delay something, give something up in order to end the drama, in order to end the conflict. Find something that works best for everyone. Problem solvers, at the end of the day, they get paid, they get promoted, and they live a peaceful lifestyle. You need to focus on the greater good in order to resolve conflict. That's it. I love ya. I hope this saves some relationships, some careers. I hope y'all just do it up. D-Dog, bruh. I love you.
Mike Wilmer.